is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk all about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion. 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 This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion.
Hello, are
I'm
we
still
gonna be
learning. I'm still
okay?
learning. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Not Your Normal Discussion. I am your host, Queen Pedii.
And it's your boy Tryst. Hoping your Easter is lit, and hopefully not because it's getting more fascist.
Awesome. All right, and Nina will be making her way here. Um, I can hear myself. Okay. So Nina is making her way here, and she'll be on a little bit later to talk about the Yogi Bear project. So hopefully she makes it. All right. So I've had a rough couple of weeks. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I wasn't feeling too good last week, which is why I canceled the show. So, yeah. But what have I done this week? I worked, and people yelled and cussed at me, and it was okay.
mm.
It was
They
okay.
love they love cursing at the women on these call center jobs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They be feeling big and bold because they know you can't hang up the
Oh, real
phone.
big. Like real big, real bold. I'm not gonna say who I work for, but Lord
Mm.
have mercy. Lord have mercy. But yeah, what the hell did I do? I think I rested. Yeah, I rested. But the week prior, I took the voice of God on a hookah bar date, and he
Hey,
absolutely enjoyed it. Yay! You
okay,
guys can
nice.
check out my reel of me and him and my friend Mahira, and we were at the hookah bar,
Okay.
and me and the voice and God actually went to. Okay, I gotta get that off my head. We actually went to Jinya Ramen Bar, and let me tell you guys this. Let me tell you guys this. Jinya is so good.
Mm,
Like even their sake, it was
mm.
great. And I treated him, which should be normal, a normal thing to do. But
Yeah,
um, what about you, Tris? Oh wait, yeah, there we go. What about you, Tris?
yeah. Um, it's been a decent enough week. Wasn't too bad. The start of it was pretty great. Like last week, when we were supposed to have the show, I actually went to a wedding for one of my coworkers, and it was pretty cool. I think it's outside of like a church wedding I've been to, like one of my first weddings ever. So it was,
Um,
it was, it was good.
s- Wait, can you guys still not hear? Because we've been talking
Are
for a
people not
minute.
hearing me?
I don't think they can hear you, and you're all oopsie.
Should
You're
I
like
plug in my
all the way
headphones?
up. Yeah, you're all the way up.
Hmm. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, Well, see if the chat can hear me now.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear him? Because they Yabuki Takahashi said, "Bro is quite and far away. It
Okay.
deems. I guess you were trying to say it
Yeah.
seems." And
Yeah.
Ray Hart said, "I can't hear homeboy, and you got so much negative space." Okay,
I
sir.
can't do much
I
about
know I
space.
have all the space underneath.
Hmm.
Tell the voice of God that he needs to make me a new one.
Oh yeah, that's a good
But
point.
no,
Cause
I'll
yeah,
fix it. Hmm.
no, cause you talking about the space on the screen or
Yeah, space in the screen. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that's
you see, like below us. Okay. Look, look,
mm,
look. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
yeah. I can
So
see.
I know about the negative space. We're fixing that. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the show with us. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. I'm not sure if they can still not hear you because they haven't said anything.
Yeah, we'll continue as is and see what changes. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Voice guys in the chat. Voice guy, hey,
Hmm.
what's up? Hope you can hear me. But yeah. No, the wedding was really nice. I just recently came back from giving food for the mutual aid and serving food. That was pretty cool, although I had a rush to make it. And then still got to practice songs tomorrow for Easter, so not too bad overall. But yeah, most of this week I just worked.
That's good. That's good. All right, you guys. So I hope that you guys this week was productive and you got to do a lot of stuff. And so let's get to the topics that we'll be talking about. So, first topic is going to be about Donald Trump and his 34 felony counts. And what does this mean for his little cult, the MAGA cult? And next, we'll be talking about Jonathan Majors and whether or not the text messages that his lawyer put out hurt him or is helping him. Also, we're going to be talking about the Yogi Bear Project for Nina. Well, if Nina gets here. And we're going to be doing our fan topic. So, the fan topic was entered in by my awesome, awesome, awesome friend and fan of the show, Trenton. Thank you. You are awesome. And the topic is oh Lord have mercy, grown men preying on the fresh young girls or young women, whatever, fresh adults. We'll get into that.
Mm.
All right, you guys. So here's a word from our sponsors.
A to Z Creations is a Black woman owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
All right, you guys, and now we're back. So, as I said, our first topic is going to be about Donald Trump and how he just got indicted on 34 counts of falsifying records. All right, New York. All right. So, if you guys did not know, Donald Trump was made a spectacle earlier this week when he was arrested and indicted on 34 counts of felony fraud. And of course, he has his MAGA cult that's been up in New York protesting, and getting beat up and beating other people up. Okay, so yeah, these earphones are gonna kill me. Um, yeah, and they're beating other people. Well, yeah, they're beating people up, getting beat up, all because their great leader is finally getting in trouble. Now, this is stemming from uh, the case of Stormy Daniels and how he gave her hush money after he had a little mushroom penis tryst with her. I mean,
Not the
this
Super
man is
Mario.
out. You said what?
So not the Super Mario.
Yeah, that's what she said it looked like. She said it looks like Toad from Mario. I was like, "Ooh, baby, no." But there are penises out there like that.
Yeah.
You know who else has a penis like that?
Cool.
Little Fizz.
Well, I guess him and Amarian Jax must love it because they was out here trolling his life like it was the best dick of all time.
Maybe he could eat coochie really well. But
Hey, that goes a long way. Don't sleep on it.
this is funny because me and the voice of God had a conversation about this. That was so
Mm,
funny.
about Trump's
But
mushroom or little fizzes?
you said what?
About Trump's mushroom or little fizzes?
Oh, just no head and the
No.
things that can make you do. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh
Well,
my
you didn't
God,
have to
this
voice
stuff
it
is
out
so
for
funny.
that conversation.
It's like I can hear myself and I can
Hmm.
hear myself whenever
Yeah.
I talk. And then it makes me like talk slow. Okay, but back to this topic.
Hmm.
I think it's just desserts that he's finally getting his comeuppance. Like this man caused so much tension and hate, like in the 4 years that he was in office, and plus the years that he was, um, oh Lord have
Right.
mercy.
Campaigning.
Say it again.
Running or campaigning.
Yes, campaigning, because that's when it started, and like all of this racism and the neo Nazis and all of that, like all of that popped up and really came to the surface after he started running around saying, "Build the wall, build the wall, build the wall," and I'm just kind of like, I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it.
I wouldn't say I'm happy yet. I'm not gonna rain on anybody's parade, you
Mm,
know, for anybody who's like celebrating. But we didn't get the mugshot. Trump is so playing into this, talking about campaigning, that he's selling T-shirts with him having a fake mugshot as a part of like fundraising for his campaign. Like he knows his cult is, and not just in New York, his cult like country ride is gonna like ride for him, and especially for the New York case, and for it to be about campaign misappropriate campaign funds. for Stormy
Yeah.
Daniels and trying to use it to basically cover up shit for the election. Like, even if he loses that case, it most likely is gonna be a fine. Even if he does jail time, at most they can give him 4 years. And like, I think this. I mean, because we're in an unprecedented situation, since he's the first ever current or former president who's ever been like actually brought up on like not just indicted but also arrested for a crime, he could still at the very least run for president even if he's in prison. So like there are other cases that are out there from the case about January 6th, which I also think won't do much to him. There's the case about the classified documents, but I don't think that's going to go as far because other presidents have classified documents. But then there's a case about the Georgia trying to rig things with the electors and trying to steal the election. That I think is the case that could actually do real damage to Trump. And I think a lot of people in the Republican Party are hoping this takes him out so that at the very least they can get their boy DeSantis in there without having to look like they're betraying Trump.
You're right. And I'm hoping that this is the one that actually gets him because they said that this is going to carry about 136 years. And that man is already almost like 80. So, I mean, 20 years would kill him. Like, just put him in there for 20 years. That'll be okay. He'll die in 5.
Hmm? They're not gonna want to give him. He's still rich though. Like as much as they hate Trump, they also are worried about precedents because to me, like I've been saying, all the past presidents should be brought up on war crimes because we be murdering the fuck out of people like it's candy, like it's Thursday, like it's just something to do. But yeah, I would love for all the presidents to be brought up on war crime charges, but like they went with this case first, and they went with the cases they went with because like, all right, this is more Trump specific. Other presidents won't necessarily have to worry as much about those cases because, for example, the classified documents that's still just an investigation. Not like charges have been recommended or anything like that yet. So I think the most they want to do is try and make it so that even if I think on the Democrat side they want it to be that even if Trump wins the primaries, he's so like taken down by all these investigations and the general that he has no chance of winning, like back in 2020. And I think the Republicans who aren't in the Freedom Caucus and aren't like sycophants like Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about this is like Jesus or Nelson Mandela being arrested and shit like that. I think for the other Republicans who want Trump out the way but don't want to look like they're going against him, they're hoping that this takes him out so DeSantis automatically wins. Because we see how effective he is in Florida with just getting all kinds of fuck shit laws passed. Like
Yeah.
that's what they
Yeah.
want.
But this is just showing me the humans are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We have got to be the dumbest. Like no bullshit. I think we must be the dumbest organism in
Mm-hmm.
on the planet. For real.
Yeah.
Like sometimes cuz think about it. During 2020, people made a game out of trying to run over crates and not fucking fall. And we weren't even like on lockdown for that long. We it might have been like when did it start getting hot? Probably like what, May? We weren't
It's
in
gonna be.
lockdown that long. And y'all was out
We
here.
weren't, but I feel like the pandemic was a nice callback to like the old days of humanity of just being caught in some wild fuck shit like the Black Plague or some shit. Like the madness was just it was just insane. We had no end in sight.
We were being idiotic.
Black, Black Death.
That's what we were doing. We were being idiotic. No, but in all seriousness, they need to take out Marjorie Taylor Greene because I'm pretty sure she got some fraud up in there. She's already been harassing people, especially her coworkers, knocking on their door, yelling, like,
Mm.
girl,
Why
what?
somebody on YouTube said that she looked like a fucking Attack on Titan in the
She
face?
does. She
But
does.
you know what's so crazy? Like she's full on fascist and all that shit. But imagine how fucking pathetic it is that in order to have any power or any claim to fame, you gotta constantly suck up to the nigga with actual power. Like, what is Marjorie Taylor Greene without a Trump? What is she?
Mhm. But I'm hoping that we can continue to update this story, because man, I've been waiting for this day. Yes, he gonna die in 5 years, and it's gonna be
Maybe.
from drinking Coca-Cola and eating McDonald's, Royal Jester. And thank you for the subscribe. Thank you. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
do you have any other comments that you have for this?
I mean, on one hand, like, because I'm playing my odds, right, politically. I mean, fuck all them niggas. But on one hand, if Trump like beats all this, let's say he wins, right?
Oof.
Like he's just gonna come back with a vengeance and be on some evil shit, and his people will be on some extra evil shit. But if DeSantis gets in there, he's gonna be the boring, regular evil shit that people aren't gonna pay attention to, like we're doing right now, and just wrecking the entire country. And let's say the Democrats, all this plays in their favor, and it's Kamala Harris who takes over when the skeleton of Joe Biden finally has no life left in it. Like it's all still bad. It's all I'm just like, all of it. But like, what can we do but like try and organize and like actually like again solidarity. Like
Yeah.
not to go on a whole tangent, but they just recently did this. I can't remember if it's Tennessee or Texas or Florida, but they just did a "Don't Say Period" bill basically in
Oh
one of these
yeah.
damn states, and it's like, do we not are we not tracking how it went from no critical race theory to "Don't Say Gay," no trans athletes to "Don't Say Periods"? Like niggas, we need to come together and stop like letting them pit us against each other because we will all fall like dominoes if we're just waiting to protect ourselves and not worry about anybody else. That we are like, I don't know too much about that group.
All right, and also I want to say something to y'all little MAGA protesters. Look, this damn echo. Okay, look,
Mhm.
to the protesters. Go home. Don't y'all have jobs? I think you guys have jobs, right? Unless we're going to have a talk. All right. So, go home, okay? Because y'all are getting tore up in the streets. I have that video, and the man was like riding his little bike, had the little bull head on or whatever it is. And
Oh
then
yeah.
you hear like the skateboarders, they're like, "Oh hell nah!" And some one of them just throws their skateboard. The skateboard was sacrificed for a great
Mhm.
cause. Because the
I
way he
mean,
fell.
yeah.
All right, y'all. So let me take our well let us take our first commercial break. All right.
Creations is a black woman owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
All right. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, as for our second topic, Jonathan Majors, the abuse allegations, the way men were switching up, and what this means for Marvel and superhero franchises in general. This, if you don't know and have been living under a rock, and all that, you're unaware. This is either the best or the worst promo for the new Creed movie. It's definitely not a great promo for the new Ant-Man movie. But Jonathan Majors, he's supposed to be our pink king of masculinity, according to the magazines. Masculinity is supposed to be all about kindness and gentleness and patience. But he may not be practicing what he preaches because if you didn't know, he's been charged with, physically assaulting his girlfriend allegedly. And the lawyer tried to. This supposedly happened after they went out to the club. He supposedly took down a fan or somebody's number and was possibly texting them. And his girlfriend wanted to see what the text messages was, and supposedly either an open hand came to her face or it came to her throat. But one way or another, she ended up with marks on her body. He ended up calling the police, I think, the next morning, saying he's checking on her mental health. He ended up getting arrested, and the lawyer ended up releasing text messages between him and his girlfriend that, for a lot of people, looked more like, a domestic abuse survivor trying to protect her boyfriend and herself from future like abuse rather than somebody being vindicated of any allegations. She was saying things like, they assured me that you won't get charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I reiterated how this is not an attack and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation and said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. And for a lot of guys who are coming against John the Majors, saying they're trying to force an agenda of gentle masculinity, feminization, demasculation, and all that, emasculation, they were suddenly like to his defense. And listen, I love John the Majors. He's one of my favorite actors right now. Lovecraft Country, him as Tick, love it. Him as fucking Kang in the fucking. I didn't see Quantumania,
It's
but
awesome.
Loki,
It's
is
awesome.
it? Okay. But fucking Loki season one, awesome. Him in it, awesome. However, if you're going to like, this is why people call me a contrarian, but this is why even like y'all seen the battles. If y'all watch the show, y'all know I'll get in battles with just about anybody on the show about certain things. But at the same time, I'm a contrarian too, because I'll be like, listen, that's some fuck shit, but at the same time, I get it because I do get it. Like, if Jonathan Majors really did this, and if he does really have a history of abuse, then instead of just giving a nice little speech about what masculinity is and what it should be, he should also be like, listen, I understand how, even if you're not going to expose yourself, be like, listen, I understand what masculinity was pushed onto us as supposed to be, and some of us live it, some of us still live it. I may have lived some of that myself. I've known people like that. We got to do better. we can try to do better. Like, let's teach ourselves to be better because who else do we got but ourselves, and who else got us but the women who are turning away from us because they see there's better out there without having to suffer this. And it's like, yeah, his girl probably be watching that like, bitch, for real. But if he had given that message, even if this shit had happened, people would, I feel like, not side eye him as much. But that's just what I think. Queen, what's your thoughts on this?
I hate that that thing keeps popping up when I do this. Give me a
Mm-hmm.
second, because it shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, with your face, I thought you was about to give massive shade. By the way,
Oh,
love the earring. Your complexion is great.
oh, thank
Look at
you.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do clean eating and exercise.
I need to get on that
Even though
too.
I'm still fat as shit, it's okay though.
Yeah. At least you doing something. I'm out here with my Coca Cola, burning crumpet to the great end.
It's okay. No, no, don't worry. But I feel so bad because I really love Jonathan Majors. Like, even the voice of God knows that is Hub. Not hubby, but that is Hub. And I was okay. So how I even found out about the whole situation was that when we were at the hookah bar, the voice of God decided to say out of nowhere, "Oh, Jonathan Majors been arrested in New York City." I was like, "Boy, shut up!" And like I kept talking to my friend, and he was like, "No, no, seriously, look." And I'm like, and so I was like, I wanted to wait until like all of the facts come out. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to just jump and be like, oh yeah, he's a woman beater, because it could have been easily that she lied. But after those text messages came out, they are a bit, confusing,
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen those text messages in my own phone. Like, I've seen that. And I'm like, ooh, like what really happened? Because from my understanding, I thought they were fighting in the cab, right?
That's what I thought too.
So,
Yeah.
and you say it again.
No,
Oh,
I said that's what I thought too. Yeah.
yeah, and that he didn't come home after she got dropped off. He went somewhere else, and then he didn't come back. So 7:30 in the morning, she calls the police. That's the story, the initial story that I heard. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like she got upset and she may have done it to herself. And they said, we have video evidence, we have the witness statements from the cab driver and two other witnesses, her recantation,
Yeah.
and I think two recantations. Re- Recantations. This darn headphone.
I don't
I
know what
gotta
the word
figure out
is.
why I keep
I
getting
usually want
that
to say
feedback.
recantation. Maybe it's recantation. It makes me think of incantations. Incantation or recantation.
Yeah,
Variation.
I
However,
don't, and I still don't know. I still
I
don't
mean,
know
the whole releasing
what
these text
happened.
messages and saying, "Go ahead."
No, I just don't know what happened, because they claim
Mhm.
that they have the video of him not striking her. So I need to see that video, because right now
Mhm.
I'm feeling like, sir, you went a little too far. I get it. You don't want people touching your personal things. I have that issue. I don't want people touching my shit. Okay, and I get upset. I do. But I'm not gonna fight nobody over it. you know, like that's
Yeah,
weird. Like
yeah.
just
We need to
grab
see
your
it.
phone. Unless you
Mm-hmm.
unless she grabbed it and then ran and he had to like chase her and I can see that happening. His big ass. His big fine
I need to
ass.
know if this is a Rice Gary Hannah situation or like a Big Rains Tyrese says baby boy
yeah.
situation. Because like to me, it's like I listen. I can see like doing a restraining thing of like, and like there are marks from that. But if you have video, right? Like them supposedly having video, but releasing
Yeah.
these text messages as if that's the proof, is like
Mhm.
when the police, say, "Oh, the video will vindicate us," but they just release like an autopsy, not even an autopsy, a medical report that says the person didn't die from police violence. They died from a heart attack that was suffered during the police violence,
Oh
and
wow.
they wait till like a year to release the videotape when people are no longer outraged. This feels like one of those slow leak things where they're like, all right, let's release the text messages so some people will be on our side. And when you see the
Mhm.
video, people will be like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Rather than like we get it all at once. I'm like, not Kang, not Sid, not that nigga who was knocking out Creed. No,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to really think about the situation because we haven't seen the video. Yes, we saw the
Mhm.
text messages, but also their text messages. It's not like we could hear the tone of voice.
Mhm.
We can only decipher so much when it comes to words. So,
That's why I need to
um,
see what Marvel does because
mhm.
we know what we've talked about Ezra and like we've seen the type of way Ezra be moving through the multiverse, snatching up young virgins like he's got to sacrifice them for the Speed Force. We like that nigga still promoting their movie like nothing's happened. So we'll see what Marvel does. Like on one hand, I don't want them to already like shing, but I do
Yeah.
want them to be like, listen, we're taking this shit seriously and like, cause like this nigga's supposed to be the main. Listen, I love him. He's supposed to be the main villain for like their two like next big Avengers movies. Like at the very least, at least his variant. So if they do need to replace him, then like fucking Denzel could pop up and be like, I'm
Yeah.
the new king. Like, oh
Like
yeah,
give
this
us
is
a
what I
little
look like in this
little
movie.
something something. But let's go to our
Mm,
next commercial break.
yeah.
Business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
you guys. So, welcome back. So, since Nina will not be joining us tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and go to our fan topic. And once again, thank you so much, Trenton, for entering this topic. This is going to be a great one. So,
Mhm.
earlier this week, a man named Richard Hall decided that he was going to post a post saying, uh, fellas, get ready. There's a new batch of women that are getting ready to come out. They're graduating, and we got fresh adults.
Yo.
Sir,
What? You mean what? That's
hold
like
on,
a
let me
prison.
find it. Oh,
Oh,
by the way,
God.
y'all, he changed his name to Happy Nuts because he got fired
Mhm.
from his job because of this. And then he has a GoFundMe. Sir, and then you have the nerve to say that you are a podcaster and you're talking
He's
like that
he's trying to get on that
about
Charleston White energy.
these are people's daughters.
Hmm.
Like, these are people's daughters. That's not even cute. And you're wondering why your shit is going downhill. Let me go find this shit because I want to actually read it verbatim. Where the hell is it? Because I got tagged in it before. He probably deleted it. Oh my God.
You gotta take
No,
screenshots. You can't leave. You can't leave it a chance. That'll still be there.
I was just like, oh my God, have mercy, mercy, mercy.
Yeah. The internet has definitely broken the brains of a lot of people to where they feel bold saying shit
Hmm.
like that they wouldn't have said until like the police were investigating them and tell them you got you got this last time to tell us the truth before we hit you all the time.
Like, hold on, I'm almost there. I promise y'all, I'm almost there. But Lord,
These be just
it
wanting to be the
was
prophets of the generation, man.
he just and and he's really sitting here
Hmm.
acting as if he didn't do anything wrong. And it's people that have actually donated to him. They've actually donated, and I'm wondering
Hmm.
why y'all support him. He fucked around and
Hmm.
he found out. You don't, in this climate, stop playing with people's daughters. This is not, the back in the 1800s where they had to be like, oh, let me get this fresh 15-year-old because they was dying at 25. Okay? We are in 2023. We have people that are living up to 110 years old. Why are you even thinking about messing with somebody that's just come out of high school? What is wrong with you?
Well, we say less is not no longer the 1800s, but if you look at a lot of the shit that's going on, a lot of it is clandestinely because they're still trying to protect certain access to like young impressionable people. Like there's a reason why there's all this energy about groomers, but none of that same energy for like churches or like Epstein, all the people like think about it. One person went away for that, Ghislaine Maxwell, and the fucking list of people who are down on the island beyond Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Trump and a few others, we just, I guess, we'll never know. Like, there's a reason why they protect that. There's a reason why they protect so much fuck shit, like child marriage laws. There's still child marriage laws in like this country. Andrew Tate, who was recently released because I guess him and Trump can't be like, in trouble at the same time or whatever. He was released. But this investigation is still going on. But someone's recently playing a video about him like confessing to like fucking some 16-year-old. But he's like, "What's the problem? It's the UK. Like it's legal here." And it's like, well, that's kind of
Yeah.
like no wonder the rape cases there are even worse than it is in America. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's a lot like if you look at a lot of this energy for men who are like fuck modern women, they're all bitter and shit like that. A lot of them are saying this thing of like essentially go back and find someone who's younger and impressionable because what patriarchy basically comes down to is having some form of power dynamic, whether it's in age, whether it's in access to like education and restricting women's education, whether it's, oh, we have access to certain jobs that you will never get access to or access to certain pay. And the more women are getting educated, the more they're like, I don't need to be married right away. I don't need to have kids. I don't need to, like, I can be fine being single. I like the dating pool has pee in it. And of course, there are good men out there, but it's more so that, they don't see enough men being held accountable or holding themselves accountable, holding other men accountable, or giving a fuck about, like, we walk around every day like Roe versus Wade wasn't taken away. Like, and like, niggas still complain about child support. Like, nigga, if anything, women are going to need even more child support because they took away Roe versus Wade. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we walk around
Exactly.
every day like people aren't losing rights, and like niggas aren't out here preaching black pill shit about like sexually assaulting, sexually harassing, and doxing women and all types of shit.
Yeah.
It's
But
really just like it's all power. It's all like
yeah.
it's one thing for you to like. I'm not against age gaps, but it's one thing to like date someone who's younger than you by however many
Mhm.
years. It's another thing to make it a habit of women my age won't fuck with me. I don't
Mhm.
have enough money. I don't have enough intelligence. I'm not where they want me to be in life. So I'm just going to constantly go for the people who will idolize me all automatically because the little I have is automatically so much more than they've ever been exposed to.
Yeah.
And it goes
But you,
back to,
oh,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
so I found the post. It says,
Yeah.
"Fellas, we are 2 months away from a brand new batch of women coming out
Ooh,
after graduation.
coming down to June? Jesus
Them
Christ.
fresh 18-year-olds. I hope he don't have no daughter. And if you do eventually have like kids, sir, I hope they're all girls. I hope every
Oh, I can
single
go for
one of
that.
them are,
It'd be the
so
niggas who be
that
doing
some
the
grown ass man will come after she done graduated. Let me take this shit off. After she done graduated from her damn high school and she doesn't even know about life yet, okay? I hope they come up to your daughter and I hope they say, "Give me your number. I'm going to take you out." And I hope you're just as uncomfortable as everybody who saw your post and reported you to your U-Haul fucking job. I hope so.
I mean, there's so many things that go into why. Like again, I'm not saying all age gaps are problematic, but it's the fact that when you're of a certain age, like getting into your early adult years is when you start to build your self-esteem, your self-identity, your confidence, your idea of what you actually want in life, and to explicitly want to get with people at that point just so you can short circuit it. Not even like you were talking and that's even a problematic. But let's say a matter of like you just happen to meet, let's say on a dating site or whatever the fuck, and like y'all had a legitimate connection. But it's a matter of that time period is where it's easier to pretend to be a certain person and make them fall in love with what you're pretending to be, and them not knowing enough warning signs to call you on it and to like know this is like bad shit. To like basically train somebody at a time period where their ideas of relationship is going to be more malleable to wanting to please somebody versus like having boundaries to where
Mm-hmm.
like they may not have as many sexual experiences. So even if you suck in the bedroom or you suck as a partner, or you suck as a person, they can't recognize that. They don't know. And so you're training them to be exactly whatever the fuck you want them to be so that they can be the fucking mother, fucking free daycare, fucking free cook, free maid, and then replaceable if like they don't end up wanting to be your maid or your
Mm-hmm.
nurse when you're so much older and you got all these medical problems and you're like, wait a minute, I've been a slave all my life. What the fuck? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I've been in that type of situation before where I was actually still in high school and I dated an older guy. Like I think he was like 22. And the way that I even met him was through somebody that went to school with me. It was it's his so-called brother. So, and that was the worst experience like of my life.
Yeah.
And that is when I realized I could never date a man or a woman who smoked cigarettes. I can't do it. I learned then because kissing him was gross. Gross. Not gross, but
Gross.
gross.
With the K, with the
But
C.
I don't understand why these grown men just don't stay in their, age range. Stay in your age range. There are some bum ass bitches that will take you. I promise you. They'll let you lay on their couch and eat their kids' fruit snacks.
But I mean, but that's the thing, niggas. If you, I mean, that's the thing. If you're always chasing the thing that you feel is gonna make you feel like a man, like for example, the idealized fetish woman or multiple sexual partners, if you feel like you or the kinky sex that you've always wanted but never got,
Yeah.
then and if you're again because capitalism, we feel like we can only attain some of those things if we've had enough money to now which is funny because of capitalism, on one hand, fuck bitches for being gold diggers, but on the other hand, I need to make enough money so I can control a woman so that she'll, you know, be accessible to me in any type of way I want. It's the I want it's not enough for me to control who I can control. I hate and resent the people I can't control that I actually want to be with, but will never display the emotional vulnerability and maturity to ever fucking attract even beyond the money and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's so much of like the way we think of gender roles, the way we think of like finances, the way we talk about relationships, like some of these conversations about relationships, especially in the black community, a lot of these things circle back to like if we don't address the issue of patriarchy, if we don't address the issue underlying of like my manhood depends on how much I can make a woman subservient to me, not a woman who I won't even say naturally submissive, but not okay, a certain type of dynamic in the bedroom, and then like in life y'all are partners, or even in the bedroom, even if it's submissive here, it's still like out of respect and intimacy and like partnership still. Like until we have that, we're always going to have this degree of niggas who like at some point in their life when nothing is going right, are like, well, I guess I gotta basically build a bitch. I basically gotta start from the ground floor.
Um, I just hope that Mr. Richard Hall rebrands himself and at least apologize for what you said. It was inappropriate, it was trifling, and right now you're getting everything that you deserve. You nasty ass. All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna go to our last commercial break.
yeah.
Right.
Clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
All right. It is that time again. It's time for us to promote the things that we are doing. Yay! All right, so you guys know that I'm creating an app called Brighter Day, and it is going to be a social media platform, but it will be laser focused on mental health awareness. I cannot wait to launch this in September during Mental Health Awareness Month. It's going to be amazing, you guys. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Next, I want to. Oh, Lord, where's my picture? Okay, so I'm going to just go back to myself. So, for some reason, the pictures of the rest of my promotions are not in here. But I will just go ahead and tell you what I'm doing. So, it's fuckery. No, but seriously, I am shitting dicks. I'm sorry. See, this is why we used to edit our shit.
Mhm. Well, say what? Did
Because
you just have a new word?
that threw me off. It threw,
Hmm.
and you're laughing. No, go ahead and keep laughing, sir.
No, it's funny
You
'cause-
keep laughing.
what's that
It's
mean?
okay because I fucked
She's
up.
crying and you're laughing.
Because I'm just sitting here like,
No, because I was laughing because I was like, what word did you just say?
I don't
What was
know.
did you create
I don't even remember. Oh God. Okay, so you guys, I am still doing my blog. Check
that?
it out. QueenPDWrites.com. I just did a review on Getting Cherished by Aisha.
Mhm.
Yay! So I got some new hair products, some new body products, have my skin nice and healthy and without all the nasty chemicals that can cause us to get sick. So, I've that's a recent post on here on queenpdrice.com. And I also want to promote my book, Pets World, A Puppy Journey. That's not the name. A Puppy Journey, Pets World. You know what? I'm done.
These
All
days you
right.
just gotta
Go on,
to get
Tryst. Go on, Tryst.
it. All right, so y'all know me. I like to support things that's supporting the community and those in need. So first, I'll talk about Believe New York, a charity that is every day near and dear to my heart. You can actually donate to them at believeny.org/donate. It says many of our clients are in need of supplies such as food, clothing, and hygiene products. Your donations will help us fund events and services such as free meal handouts and our Food First program, and any amount helps. And they also have something called the open space if you need someone to listen to. Our counselors are trained in active listening for when you need someone to be there. You can schedule a free appointment via Google Meets or a phone call, and that link is believeny.org/slash the open space. But that is not all. I also work with Washington Square Park Mutual Aid, and of course, they give back not just every weekend, but all the time to people in need. They are forming community. They're helping just organize people in ways that make a huge difference. So if you could donate to them as well on Cash App, Venmo, just add at WSP Mutual Aid, make a difference, donate what you can. And I finally, even though I didn't get to actually edit the video, I finally posted a new video because it's Easter. I've been seeing a lot of fuck shit. I was chilling with my friend at I think Fordham University and just chilling around the Jesus statue, and it just got me venting. We were talking about everything from all the Christian dominionism going on to what dinosaurs are in the Bible, if it's evolution or amalgamations. You have to watch the video to actually understand what the reference is for that. But yes, there's a channel as well, Holy Baloney Jabronis, you know, Subscribe to us at Not Your Normal Discussion Podcast. Subscribe to Holy Balloon Jabronis. Subscribe to all the little things that we've got going on and organizations that are making a difference with us.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
thank you guys. Everybody that came through, chatted with us. Thank you to
Thank
Trenton.
you.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you. So if you guys want us to like do a topic of anything, just let us know. Message us on our page or tag me on Facebook under whatever it is that you would like for us to talk about. Go join our Patreon. Follow us on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, you guys, because we want to entertain you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Others will be
But,
apart. Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right, you guys. So we will see you guys next Friday, okay? All right.